Hello, my name is Millennium, otherwise known as John BGSI. In this Bubblegum Simulator Infinity tutorial, we're going to be talking about events. We'll also be talking about the Shadow Realm. To start out with the events, currently we have running the anniversary event. Most events will be here in this area, the Shadow Realm, and they'll be on this podium. You may be wondering, probably not, why is there a big gap right here? Because these are for admin abuse events. What these are is one of the developers will spawn a 4 times luck egg. What that means is it's 4 times true luck. So it is really 4 times easier to hatch stuff. There are 2 types of luck multipliers in this game. You have true luck and you also have rift luck. What rift luck is instead of it being a true multiplier like the 4 times egg, it only adds percent to your luck. So a 25 times egg rift luck will be plus 2,500% luck to your luck stat. My luck stat is currently 26,157. It can go higher, it could be lower. It's gonna be a lot lower if you begin. How do you get your luck stat higher? There are usually global events active every single day. Most of the time it is lucky, which is luck, secret, which adds to your secret luck, which is very important. And sometimes there will be one additional event or a lot of other additional events. For example, today is the bubble event. Some events will also come with a lot of themed things. For example, the anniversary event has a shop, which you get this currency right here through hatching anniversary eggs. The wheel spin, you get wheel tickets over time, then you could just spin the wheel to get stuff. You either get tokens, or you can get eggs, or you can get, give it 10 minutes, potions, or you could get the 1 in 100,000 celestial pet. I will probably talk about pet rarities another time. There is the anniversary challenge pass. Most of the times it will just be the event name and challenge pass. What you do here is you can beat these challenges to progress in the challenge pass. I'm gonna say that 20 more times. And once you've reached the top, which the final reward is an infinity elixir for me, you get a chance to restart it for the cost of gems. There is a very rare chance that a exclusive pet will be inside of the challenge pass. It constantly flips around, so I'm not going to say what it is right here, but it's a cool way to do it. You have the global anniversary event. These global events like these are not too common. What happens here is people do the quest, they get points, and you could also do this. This gives you a lot of stuff, and those points contribute to this. The more points the community gets, the better rewards you get. For example, a free secret pet, a free mythic secret, and at the top is a bunch of infinity elixir. There's also shrines. These have been more common in recent events. What you do is you'll throw potions inside, and then you get a random buff, which could be mythic luck, shiny luck, 2.5 times luck, which I believe this is just rift multiplier and not true luck. I've explained that earlier. You could get 1.25 secret luck, or you get infinity luck. For example, I got secret luck. That's pretty damn good. These are not here with every single event, but stuff like the wheels and the shops have in common in more recent events, and also the shrines. Some people won't consider it an event. I consider it an event. Is the season passes. It's basically a battle pass. I've already completed my regular one, but there are 2 options. There's premium, which premium's not that expensive. It's, yeah, like 199 Robux. But you still get pretty good rewards whether or not you have premium or not. When you complete the regular pass, you will be put onto the infinity track. The infinity track goes on infinitely, and you also get a lot of stuff. I have 558,000 points. I'm sure there's someone with over 1 million. What you do is you complete hourly quest and you complete daily quest. The daily quests give a lot more, and hourly give a lot less. Shocker. But the more you get, I believe it is like 1,000 something to level up. You get 5 tiers once you level up. Like that. You can get eggs, which eggs contain... It's usually 2 rare epic pets, and then 2 legendaries, and 1 secret celestial pet. Like, let me open some eggs. Now, I have my graphics all the way up because it looks nicer, but I would suggest not doing this. I believe that is it for the events. There are some smaller ones, which I will be talking about in other videos, but let's talk about the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm is basically just an area where all the events are at, but there are some permanent features. For example, the Shadow Realm shop, or just the Shadow Shop. You spend gems to get a bunch of really, really, really good rewards. I'm all out of stock because I bought everything up already, but these are all very good items. Maybe not coins, because I'm late in the game, but for beginners, this is really good. Then you have rune crafting. What rune crafting is you can spend a bunch of items. I mean, a lot. It does get very expensive. This is meant for really late game players, but it's something to grind towards. What it does is it lets you craft runes. What are runes, you ask? They are items that give you more buffs. For example, bubbles lets you blow more bubbles. Secret gives you better secret luck. And luck gives you more luck. Shocking. They're pretty solid items. They're not incredible, but they're pretty solid right now, but there's been more and more releasing over time. It's something to grind towards. And finally, for the Shadow Realm, you have the Gem Mine. The Gem Mine is by far the best place to grind for items in the game. You know, you get your own little tutorial. There's also board events. I forgot about those, but it's just, it's not really something that needs to be explained. Basically, you come here, you get your gems. For example, I have nothing on, and I just went all the way up. I know it was basically right there, but still, it is by far the easiest way to grind for gems in the game. There is a cost to get into the Shadow Realm, but it's not too bad. I think you need to unlock every world. Now, you may see people, for example, Smart Gorilla, who just died. I mean, he's gonna come through here right now. Yes. What they are grinding for is the Shadow Realm egg. It is a 1 in 1 million chance to spawn as a pickup, which pickups are these. I believe they spawn here? So basically, these are very, very, very rare. They are pretty rewarding. You can either get a celestial pet or an infinity pet. There are 3 types of secrets, I guess, in the game. Secret pets. You have secret pet, which is the easiest one. Let me pull up some examples. Here's an easy secret pet. The Anniversary Overlord. I'm going to show only anniversary pets for this. They're the lowest form of secret. They're more common than other ones, which makes them less valuable, but they're still good for beginners. For example, the Anniversary Overlord is 1 in 50 million to get. Above secret pets, you have celestial pets, which is like the Bloodstone, which is a 1 in something billion. It is a 1 in 40 billion from the Anniversary Egg. And then after celestial pets, you have infinity pets. This is the Fallen Garden from the Anniversary Egg. Fallen Guardian. I think I said that. These pets are typically rarer. They range from 1 in 100 billion, like the Fallen Guardian, to upwards of 1 in 10 trillion. So basically with the Shadow Realm egg, you can get a celestial or an infinity pet. Just for you guys, I spent grinding a whole entire week to get a Shadow Realm egg. This is the first one ever. There are 2 pets inside of the Shadow Realm egg. These are permanent, by the way. The Galactic Shock and the Ancient Shadow Leviathan. We're gonna open this. This took me way too long to get, so I'm hoping I'm gonna get an Ancient Shadow Leviathan. I think I got a Galactic Shock, but you never know, I could get lucky. I hope. I got a Shadow Shock. Okay, I got a Shadow Shock. I said Galactic Shock. It is a Shadow Shock. Just voice that over. We're gonna be going over bubbling. Yay! The easiest way to put bubbling is in every single simulator, there is one sort of gimmick you have. In Bubblegum Simulator, it is clicking the screen, which lets you blow bubbles. For example, this is me with no team. You will be blowing 1 bubble when you begin. How am I blowing 85,000 with no team? It's by the shop, which I can equip flavors. You could also get storage. I have Infinity Gum, which is a game pass, but you can get bubbles from storage. There are also lots of other ways. For example, milestones. Milestones, basically what this does is the more bubbles you blow, the milestones will increase. For example, when you begin, you'll be hitting Bronze 1. For me, I am at Omega 1. Maybe by the time this comes out, there's going to be a new one, because there are new milestones coming out this upcoming update. Today is currently April 22nd, so April 26th. No, April 24th. April 24th, there will be new ones. But basically, yes, the more you blow, the better bubbles will increase. For example, 5%, 10%, 15, blah, 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 keeps going. It also increases when you hit bronze, you get capacity, which for me is infinite, but if you're free to play, you're limited. Which I will say, Bubblegum Simulator is pretty free to play friendly. It's one of those rare simulators that is. When you hit silver, you'll unlock better sell value, which sell value gives you coins. I'm not going to be doing that because I am very proud of my 18.5 trillion. That is nothing to somebody, but it is everything to me. The higher you get, you unlock better rewards. For example, when you hit ultimate, I think it's ultimate begins, you get blowing. Blowing a bubble has a 5% chance to double its power. Pretty cool. I'll go over the rewards in the milestone video. When you hit infinity, you get pet equips. Pet equips are used so you can get better stuff, better pets on your team. For example, I have 14. Some people have 15. I'm working my way to 15 right now. I believe you start out with 3? I'm not sure. It's been a very long time. Other ways to increase your bubbles is through events. For example, there's a double bubble event right now. Ignore these 2. They're not important to your bubbling grind. Now let's see how good I blow, like bubble-wise, with my actual team equipped with the double bubble event and all of my boost. My team, it may look like a lot, but it is nowhere near the best. I currently blow 96.9 million bubbles a click. There are people who blow a lot more than that. There is also a very, very, very rare chance that every single time you click, you will get a pet called the Bubblegum Pegasus. Currently, I do not have it, as I am not a very active bubble blower in the game, but it's a cool pet to have, and I'm hoping to get it one day. Admittedly, there's not really too much more to that, so I guess that leaves us off with the bubbles. Oh wait, no, there's one more thing. There's prizes. It's kind of like the milestone system. The more you blow, the better rewards you get. You get pet equips, you could get pets, you get potions, you get all that stuff, storage, blah, blah, blah. If you have played literally any simulator ever, you will know how hatching works. But the thing with Bubblegum Simulator Infinity is that it's basically that, but there's more stuff to it. For example, you hatch the common egg. Woo! I got nothing. I'm gonna have to turn down the quality of my game. This is about to blow up my PC. Okay, no more special effects. Now, of course, hatching can be explained as easily as you walk up to an egg and you hatch for a little bit, right? But there's a lot more to that, and I'm gonna go as deep as I can into this. So, to begin, you get 3 eggs, right? But then if you go back here, you get the XL eggs. What the f is an XL pet? An XL pet is a pet that is really big. And what does this do? It gives you 2.5 times stats. They are 1 in 500 every single secret pet and above. They're pretty good, and they're another thing to chase after. It may sound easy, but it is harder to hatch than you think. Next up, you have secret bounty pets. What is a secret bounty pet? A secret bounty pet is a secret pet, or above, that is locked inside of 1 single egg a day. There are usually... That Fredbear? Anyway, there are 3 secret bounty pets every rotation. You have one that's easier. Not anymore. You have one that's mid-tier, which is still very hard, and you have one that's really hard. They range from usually 1 in 2 point... wow. They range from usually 1 in every 250 million, all the way up to 1 in 10 billion. What makes these so hard? Because that doesn't seem that hard, especially with topics we're going to be talking about later. Bounties are not affected by secret luck. Secret luck is one of the biggest buffs in the game. It is game-changing. Your regular luck is very good, but your secret luck is what helps you hatch secrets easier. Mostly everything is affected by secret luck and luck. There are a handful of things that are not, which I will be quickly going over. You have the secret bounties, you have the infinity egg, and then you just have inventory eggs. Most of these are limited, but you also have things like the corrupt egg. This egg has 3 secrets in it, none of which are affected by luck or secret luck. Another thing for hatching is you have board events. There are 2 types of events. You have global events, which usually run every single day. 99% of the time, it is going to be a lucky event and a secret event with something else to the side. For example, today we have Bubble, but this could also be a mythic event, a shiny event, which are rarer because no one cares about them, a hatching event, an XL event, and probably one I'm forgetting about. This is the event board. The event board has a lot of events. They run once an hour for 30 minutes. For right now, 11 a.m., I have the mythic event. 12 p.m. will be a celestial event. And then you have the infinity event. Honestly, that was probably the perfect order I could have gotten. Because you're probably asking yourself, new Bubblegum Simulator Infinity player, on BGSI, what is a mythic secret? What is a celestial? What is an infinity? Fear not, dear viewer. I got this. We'll start off with shinies and mythics. Shinies and mythic pets are rare versions of regular secrets, celestials, and infinities. Also legendaries, but you won't be using much of them. So, my shiny chance is 1 in 13, and my mythic chance is 1 in 9. Basically, every 1 in 9 secrets will be a mythic if my RNG is good. It can take it can take a shorter period of time, it could take a longer period of time. It just depends how lucky you are. Just makes it easier. My shiny chance is 1 in 13, so it's the same as mythic. Like the way it works, not the same rarity. Now, let me bring out some. This is a regular secret pet, the Overlord. It's just your base odds. This is the shiny version of the Overlord. It's rarer, but it's not that bad. A mythic secret pet, or just mythics period, are not craftable. You can craft regular secret pets into shiny secrets, but you cannot craft shiny or regular secrets into mythic secrets. That's why they are rarer. Odds-wise, mythics may be easier than shinies, but shinies will always be easier to get due to the fact you can craft them. Mythics are not like that. But what you can do is you can craft mythics into shiny mythics. You can either hatch them, like I did, or you can craft them. Just a heads up, World 1, I'm not sure about other worlds, but World 1 mythic secrets are always locked at 1 in 100. So your mythic luck does not help. Now, how does hatching a secret look like? Can you tell what it looks like? Fear not, dear viewer. I will show you that once again. Now, before I get into hatching secret pets, I just want to go over shrines really fast. What do shrines do? They buff. They give you buffs. You throw in potions or just items of the sort, and that gives you a blessing. You get, for every 500, you get 24 hours of buffs. The more you throw in, it brings up your blessing. I'm at the max, so I get all these buffs. I already have mine active, but I will throw it on again because why not? So this is how it works. I click something, like I click coins 1, as it's the easiest thing in the game to get. I put in 500, and it gives me a day worth of boost. There's also 2 more shrines. When you progress into the game much further and reach World 3, the second to final island is the Dreamer Island. What the Dreamer Island does is it gives you the Dreaming Fountain. The Dreaming Fountain, for every single shard you throw in, 15 I will throw in, that gives me 24 hours worth. It gives you the fishing boost, which I'm not going to go over here, but it gives you secret luck, and that is very important in hatching secret pets. There is sometimes one more shrine. The limited shrine, also known as, for example, this event, the anniversary shrine, but for other events, it will just be event name shrine. It's basically the same as the other ones, but you put in items. It takes a lot more, though, than the last ones, and that gives you a buff. For example, I got the secret shrine. I explained this in the events video a lot more in depth, so I'll put that at the end of the video. Unless I just throw these all together, I have no idea how I'm doing this. Anyway, let me get to hatching. I probably should have explained this to begin with. There's a lot more things. Potions give you very good boost. Infinity potions are very hard to get, but you get them kind of easy through the Infinity Realm, or nope, the Shadow Realm shop. There's runes as well. Infinity elixirs buff your stats 2 times. There is another thing called... Ooh, drumroll please. Secret elixir, which boosts your secret luck, your secret and infinity luck, also your celestial luck, but they didn't add that there. It buffs it 2 times, but it makes it 5 times less likely to hatch a mythic. So there you go. Basically, just all the time you want egg elixir on, you want infinity elixir, lucky, speed, mythic. But if you're using secret elixir, which I'm not, do not put on your mythic infinity potions. I believe that was everything. I didn't go over fragments, but that's something in the future. Let me get to hatching finally. Oh, okay. Here we go. No! Stop hatching! You're ruining the moment! What am I gonna get? Oh, I got something that's actually kind of rare! I actually got something that's kind of rare! Honestly, I thought I was gonna get crap, but I actually got something that's a little bit rare. I got the Doggy Tank Army secret. It's 1 in 5 billion. It's literally what its name is. It's a Doggy Tank Army. I think that's cool. Now, that is a regular secret. There are more tiers to that, which I will show those hatching, because I've hatched a bunch of them, because I am literally like that. I just wanted to do something fun right there, but I'm not about to sit down for like 5 hours to shoot. But a lot more than 5 hours. I hatched like a Celestial and Infinity. Let's hatch a Celestial first. I could have gone with another one, but... there's the first Celestial, the Bloodstone, which I've shown this one already, so I will switch it up. I'll show the Bloodstone. There's the Bloodstone, but if I've showed this one already, because I think I'm just going to do one big video instead of multiple small ones. Here's another Celestial. This one is called the Mystic Prophet. This is probably my favorite in the egg. I think it's a very cool pet. Then finally, your last tier of pet, you have... Give it 10 minutes. Infinity pets. They have a very special animation, so it is very clear when you hatch it. Infinity pets, for the most part, are very rare. Very rare. Especially if you only run one single account. There are people who run like 8 accounts. It's kind of crazy. But I do it the old-fashioned way. I do it one account only. I don't do none of that multi-account crap. Anyway, that's the last tier of pets. These range from 1 in 100 billion to 1 in 10 trillion. Daily perks. It's kind of like the event board, but instead of 30 minutes, it's once a day. You can get a premium version of it, which is, it's like 79 Robux. It's 94 Dan. Next part of the tutorial is... I think I might be doing this one a little too early because today's the 22nd of April, I believe I've already said. And the 24th is more milestones. It's a milestone update. So I think I'm doing this a few days too early, but it's not like these are going to change. Basically, what milestones are is you have about, like, what is that, 13, 14 milestone categories you can do. You have bubbling, hatching, gem genie, enchanting, playtime, minigames, secret pets, shops, potions, obbies, fusing, fishing, and finally, world eggs. Basically, what this is the more quests you do, for example, it's this one will be a very low. It's probably like below 1,000 bubbles. That's easy, but then you can go all the way up to, you go past bronze, then silver, gold, platinum, super, ultimate, infinity, then omega. Omega is going to be your last tier of milestones, unless this changes Friday. If that happens, I will be a very sad man. But I think it's just going to be Omega 2. Your Omega rewards vary a lot. Personally, I think your Infinity milestones are a lot better than your Omega milestones. But either way, they're still very helpful. Now, this one coming up might be a little bit hard to understand. It is also what I believe the hardest thing to do in the game. Maybe not milestones, but this one is very time consuming and the rewards are pretty good. These are called the fragments. Fragments were the reason why I wanted to make this in the first place, because I see a lot of new players get very confused by it. It is kind of a hard system to understand, but it buffs you in such a crazy way. You have to basically do it if you want to hatch stuff in this game. Now, you may notice when I hover over my fragments, my blue, purple, and rainbow are much lower than my green fragments. Why is that? Green fragments are the best fragment in the game. They're the easiest to get, and they take you from kind of just okay luck to top tier luck. For example, it took me from 15,000 to 33,000. Of course, I had help from my secret, but I already included that in the 15,000. How do you get green fragments? When you reach the Zen Island, you meet the Gem Genie. The green fragments appear 1 in every 2,000 quests, I believe. So every single time I click, I have a chance of obtaining a green fragment. I think it might be a little too hard for me to showcase here. It would be very time consuming, but know that it took me around 15,000 to 30,000 rerolls every single time. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but that was the average to get 3 green fragments. So it is very time consuming. The best way to get reroll orbs is hatching the infinity egg and getting mystery boxes. Mystery boxes, you open them, then you get reroll orbs. These are your best friend. In this game, if you want to get green fragments, reroll orbs are your best friend. Because they let you reroll. It's 20 per reroll. There's more rewards, yes, of course. But what you're really here for is green fragments. Once you get 250 of those, it gives you a crap ton of luck. Now we have to move on to the other kinds of fragments. Once you reach World 2, there is a lot of pets here. What is this thing? Anyway, once you reach World 2, you will see the board game. Every single time you roll on the board game, for example, when I roll here, I rolled a 4. It is kind of like Monopoly a little bit. I did not mean to do that. Oh, well, no, okay, that was great. As you'll see where I land on a chance tile. It's a very rare chance. You have a very, very rare chance of obtaining a blue fragment. Blue fragments give you hatch speed. There are a lot more rewards on the chance tiles, so you want to hit those. If you're low on infinity elixirs, always go for these. They're not that hard to hit. You need dice. You need a lot of dice. There's a lot of ways to get dice. You have Pet Match, you have the chest, you have Cart Escape, you have the Robot Claw Machine, and finally, what is the most used way is the Hyper Darts minigame. These will give you all the dice, golden, giant, and just the regular dice. So I want to say 1 in 1,000 chance tiles, which mind you is a pain in the ass to get, just one, you have a chance of getting a blue fragment. And then you get hatch speed buffs, which are pretty good. The reason why I have so many is they are sometimes handed out during admin abuse events, which I've already explained. Just go back in the video. I'm sure I have it marked. But that's basically it. Now on to the purple fragment. The purple fragment is what I believe to be by far the hardest one to obtain. It may look easy. Every single 5 quests you complete, so when I get 60, I get 1 single purple fragment. Why is it that hard? Because as you go, the quests get very, very, very time consuming. Even with macros. Like the Plague macro. This is not a promotion for it, it's just the best macro. I may or may not have the Discord linked in the description, I will see. For example, I am catch 5 Infernite Volcano fish. That will probably take me, I don't know, 20 minutes to do right there. But that's because I've already progressed in this. There are different types of fish, so if I open up my fish index, there are mutations. Sometimes you'll be getting these mutations. 5.3% chance, and sometimes it requires you to hatch a shit ton of them. It takes forever to grind, and your rewards are not great for fishing, which sucks. I want there to be more fishing buffs in the future. So I will say, unless you are a very big grinder, it is not worth doing half of these fragments. Unless you really, really want to complete the game and get as good as you can, it is not really worth it. And finally, I can explain this one here, is purple rainbow fragments. What they do is they give you infinity luck buffs, which are pretty good. It helps you hatch the rarest type of pet in the game, infinity pets. They come from the premium track of the Bubble Pass. You can't really grind for these unless you spend a crap ton of Robux, which don't. But they're kind of a rare chance to get out of this. They're not like impossible to get. I usually get one or two maybe every single daily challenge. But that's basically all you can really explain. There's not some super elaborate way. There are other ways to get fragments, which one of those ways is through the island races. I know you could get purple, well, not purple. I believe you could get blue and rainbow fragments out of this. They are also sometimes handed out during admin abuse events. And you could also get them if you're just coming back to the game. I want this to kind of be made for everybody. If you're coming back to the game, you could also get them through the supporters bonus pack, which is more Robux you spend. Okay, I know 60,000 looks really, really bad, but in reality, I did not spend a dime. Well, kind of. I have to explain myself right here because this looks miserable. I sell a lot of UGC and shirts. That all comes from this. I have spent no bot Robux in this game. Please don't look down on me. Other things I could quickly explain really fast before I go into the final topic is playtime rewards. It's just the more you play, the better. The more you play, you could get rewards. Masteries. I'm pretty sure these are featured in the game's tutorial, but you should still finish them. Sometimes there are event masteries. The regular ones like these aren't really like updated anymore, unfortunately. It kind of sucks, so whatever. Quest, like right here, these don't matter most of the time unless there's events. But the more bubbles you blow, better stuff you get. More eggs you hatch, better stuff you get. I already went over milestones. Your index is basically just a giant way to keep track of what you've hatched. If you want to see past updates, if you go to settings, boom, click right here, updates, you could see all the updates all the way down to release. Oh, I never went over leaderboards. I almost forgot to do leaderboards. I could probably spend, wow, that is a crazy avatar. I could probably spend a second doing this. There are all-time, daily, and weekly leaderboards. That is insane. Someone has hashed 1,000 secrets in a week. Basically, the better you do, the more rewards like you get. Like daily, if you're in the daily leaderboard, secret elixir. If you're in the weekly, you get a special pet. These usually rotate, but they haven't in fact the last 2 months. Sucks, but they are going to rotate eventually. That's secrets. Here's Rebirth Machine. I'll have you know, I was actually on the Rebirth Machine leaderboard 3 times. The bubbles. Hold on, I gotta flex real fast. Give me a second. Wait, am I knocked off? This is the worst day of my life. Bubbles. Then you have hatchers. There's the egg for the hatchers, and then the last one is Genie Quest. There's also one for fishing, I believe. I just kind of glossed over that, but whatever. Wealthy Trio. Anyway, that's it for the Bubblegum Simulator Infinity tutorial. I hope somebody, I hope I could get just somebody to play this game, because this is made out of actual passion. Not saying that all my videos aren't. But I'll tell you right now, them Cobblemon ones are hellish to edit. But this video is made out of pure love and passion for this game, and I want to see it succeed. I just want to leave it off with one message. If you do join the game, please do not harass the developers, because there's kind of been an influx of new players who are just terrible people to the developers, and they do not deserve the hate. They put so much care into this game. It kind of hurts to see. Also, if you ever see me chatting on the Discord, don't say anything stupid, because there's a 99% chance I will say something back. Because I'm kind of an asshole. Maybe I should cut that part out. Cut that part out. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Who the fuck is this? I hope you enjoyed this video and the tutorial. Have fun playing Bubblegum Simulator. check out the 2 videos I put in the screen. Maybe 2, it might be 1. And it's probably just gonna be Wonderland.jar, because that's my favorite video I've ever recorded. Get away from me, sir. God, dude, I'm tiny. Anyway, I have no idea what I was talking about, but oh, I was promoting myself. Check out Wonderland.jar. Check out the other thing. Probably won't be Minecraft. I'll probably just put like a Roblox video over there or something. Those are like the only 2 games I make videos on. I'm sorry, I want to explore a little bit more in the future, but don't expect any more tutorial content ever unless it's Bubblegum Simulator Infinity related, but I think I took everything down right here. This is a one-time thing because I really do love this game. How about we just take this trade? Okay, not a bad inventory. Not bad. It's not terrible. Oh, look at that. He's showing me his chicken. But yes, no more dragging it out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. This thing's the devil, by the way. I hate this thing. I have like a genuine hatred towards this thing.